I dislike betrayal in real life, and the betrayal I dislike in anime depends on specific situations. Now, the way Kuon betrayed his team was stupid because it could have failed for many reasons. But since the other team let him score, I will let that slide. I'm going to be the villain here and say I believe Watson Kuon wasn't wrong for betraying his team in Blue Lock. I will say three reasons he isn't wrong for betraying his team. The first reason Watson Kwon wasn't wrong for betraying his team is that if he loses with his team without being the top scorer on his team, he can never play on a Japanese soccer team again. He lives in Japan and has made his name on the team there. Kwon's best opportunity will be in a Japanese soccer team than outside of a Japanese soccer team. He isn't likely to move to another country to play soccer because he's young and doesn't have the money. Plus, he would have to do a lot of things just to play in another country's team. It wouldn't be worth the risk of doing it, even though Kwon is inside the blue lock. He would have to quit his favorite sport and never get a chance to play professionally. A loss to another team would impact Kwon too much, and he doesn't want that to happen to himself. He had to put himself first so that he won't be likely to be put in a situation where he will quit his favorite sport. Kuon thought that working with another team by betraying his own team would help him win. It wasn't a likable move to do to his teammates, but he thought it was the best chance of victory. The next team after was undefeated. It would be the hardest competition, and their likely chance of winning is low. Kuon did the best thing for himself at the time. You should subscribe to my channel. The second reason Watanu Kuon wasn't wrong for betraying his team is that it isn't against the rules. The rules are important and will determine whether a person wins or loses in soccer. Kuon can double cross his team without any problems. He shouldn't be considered an evil person for what he did when he's doing what is allowed. In addition, Blue Lock is looking for the best striker, and the rules are focused on finding the best striker too, which is why everyone is trying to be on the top striker of their team. The people who are not striking will have a problem in the end. Even though non strikers contribute to their team and are kind enough to play a position where they won't strike the ball, they will be kicked out of their team later because the Blue Lock is looking for a striker. And those people won't play on a Japanese team ever again once they're kicked out. The third reason Wataru Kwon wasn't wrong for betraying his team is that everyone should be selfish in some ways. Everyone on the team is looking to be the best striker slash scorer on their team, which will allow them to move on even if their team loses. Sadly, everyone can't be the top scorer, and only a single individual can be. The team members' selfishness is needed here to have a chance for one of them to be the top scorer. And if the team loses, that person who's the top scorer would have to move on without the team. Nobody on the team is choosing a person to be the top scorer on the team because no one wants to miss the opportunity to be the person. And any person that can make the score can do it. It shows that everyone on that team was selfish and thought about themselves. Also, if the team they're on loses, then everything they did is for nothing. They won't be able to continue Blue Lock. Plus, everyone on the team can't join another Japanese soccer team. Kuon found the best opportunity to be selfish by telling his team plan to another team, and he found a way to be the top scorer so he could move on if his team were to lose, even though it was a betrayal. The only problem is that Kuon's plan didn't work out, so it didn't go his way. Also, this needs to be said, the person hosting Blue Lock, Jinpachi, didn't care that Kuon was selfish and betrayed his team. And had Kuon's team lost, nothing would have happened to him. There is no problem with Kuon being selfish and thinking about himself, regardless of what will happen to his team. That is all the reasons Kuon wasn't wrong for betraying his team. You should subscribe to my channel, like the video if you like the video. I want to know if you were in Blue Lock, whether you would stick with your team knowing your team will have a high chance of losing, or would you betray your team to have a chance of moving on without your team? Also, comment another one of your opinions if you want.